and welcome. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. Glad to have you join us talk sports. I'm Austin Okonakwan on the show tonight. What's going on right there at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations? We get our attention. We now have the complete list of quarterfinalists. Tomorrow at about this time, it should be intense second half in that match between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Bafana of South Africa. The records looks good for the Super Eagles. But in recent times, football has been funny. So Nigerian football fans are not smiling with that one. They're sending strong message to their team. Don't be complacent. Come out and play that match with all seriousness, because with what they saw against Cameroon, they won the Super Eagles in the semi-finals. We'll talk about the African Cup of Nations, the surprise teams still remaining. What you think about the introduction of the video assistant referee? Remember that big boy will come into the competition from the quarterfinal stage. The coach of Ghana, the Black Stars coach, says, look, it would have been good if there was the introduction of the VAR from the start of the competition, because they felt like they were robbed. Yeah, that's what they feel. But let's see what the VAR will give to the Africa Cup of Nations when it comes into use tomorrow at the competition in Egypt. We'll tell you what's going on right there at the FIBA Under-16 Basketball Championship. Nigeria's team, they will take on Angola. That's when we start about 9:30 Nigerian time. So in about 30 minutes, they will take on Angola. Lost their first match to Egypt, won their second match against the host, Cape Verde. They beat Angola tonight. They make it to the quarterfinals. We're rooting for them. It's football, it's basketball at the grassroots, so it's developmental, and I love it so much. We'll monitor what will go down in that one, and also let you know how is Lagos getting ready for the International Badminton Classics. We're counting down to that one. As I said, look, they want to host the world, make it a good competition. Badminton will get our attention also on the show tonight. What's going on right there at the 2019 Wimbledon Tennis Championship? Everyone is there asking about Coco. Look, Coco did her part, but she couldn't go beyond the round of 16, lost to Simona Halep, the current world #1 for the women. But look, she says she wants to be remembered beyond Corey Goff, the lady that did so well. She's just 15. She says she hopes to inspire the world with her story. We love the story also, so I will talk about it. And anytime we talk about tennis, we'll remember that fantastic, wonderful 15-year-old player, Corey Goff, that got the world talking. We'll talk about the Wimbledon Tennis Championship. We'll talk about it big time on the show, the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. We will get our attention, so walk with us on this journey. I have opened a thread on our social media platforms. Coach Genotra, I don't know if he's playing mind games. It was at a press conference for that match between Nigeria and South Africa, and he said if South Africa can beat one of the favorites, Egypt, that South Africa at the moment is favorites to win the Africa Cup of Nations. And I ran to the Twitter handle, and I'm asking you guys, is it mind games? Coach General says South Africa have what it takes to win. Yes, through to the quarterfinals, and they will play Nigeria. What do you make of that statement? So go to our Twitter handle and talk to us on Twitter. Our channels_sports is the verified Twitter handle. We do nothing but talk sports there. So if you want to be part of the show tonight, go to our Twitter handle on Twitter, channels_sports. Facebook, we're channels-sports. You can also send us an email to sportstonight@channelstv.com. Let's make it interactive tonight. You guys were on fire last night. All sorts. Nigerians, look, they don't have fans. They have football coaches everywhere. Just go out there. Just try. Don't watch tomorrow's match at home. Just go to any of the viewing centers and see 10 million Genoros watching football. I love it so much. So talk to us on Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. You can send us an email, sportstonight@channelstv.com. All our top stories can be viewed on our website. It's channelstv.com, and on YouTube, /channels web. Log on to m.channelstv.com to download the Channels TV app for any of those devices that you see right there on your screen. It's the best of what's going on in our world of sports. I invite you to be part of the discussion tonight. Sports Tonight at Channels Television. I told you I've opened that thread on our social media platforms. Twitter, channels_sports, Facebook, channels-sports. Coach General at the press conference today says South Africa, their favorites to win the Africa Cup of Nations. And Nigeria will play South Africa tomorrow. One football fan said, what was he talking about? You beat that South Africa and become the favorite. So let me welcome the guys that are with us in the studio tonight. Femi Fabumi makes a return. Femi, it's good to have you on Sports Tonight.
Good evening, Austin.
Awesome, good to have you on the show. Look at that guy, Joseph Mukuzi. Long time. Good to have you back on the show.
Pleasure, Austin. It's business end of the Nations Cup. We just can't wait. I was just checking Twitter just before we got on set. Somebody said South Africans shouldn't worry. VAR will save them tomorrow. So it remains to be seen. It's going to be an explosive encounter.
I know. So much at stake tomorrow. The VAR comes into it, and that will give us not just football, but drama.
Yeah.
And let's just hope that the Confederation of African Football gets it right with the use of the video assistant referee, because we saw enough drama at the FIFA Women's World Cup. We saw some bit of drama at the FIFA World Cup in Russia. The VAR and what we saw in the final of the CAF Champions League. I know. So a lot of worry. So this is some persons are saying the VAR should have started the competition so that they can correct some of the flaws. Yeah. But well, let's just believe that the Confederation of African Football, they know what they're doing. Let's get on with the show. Start with some basketball. I told you last night on this show that we're monitoring what's going on at the FIBA Under-16 African Basketball Championship. Nigeria, they are playing in Group A alongside the host Cape Verde, Egypt, and Angola. They lost their first match to Egypt, defeated Cape Verde. Tonight, they will take on Angola. So they should be getting ready to file out now for that one. I like it so much. Joseph, let me start with you. Yeah. It's basketball at the grassroots. Yeah. And I said here last night, no pressure. Let's just monitor them. There's a guy, Chinyelu, got a double-double, 20 points, 21 assists. Look at that guy. Don't lose sight of him.
Absolutely. I mean, these are players. These are next, top stars. And I just love the fact that these guys are coming up now and they are getting great figures. And I just love the selection of the team, Austin. Most of those guys are actually secondary school students. As we speak, they are still students. And it shows that indeed they really went to the grassroots and they got young guys in. And I mean, that's the essence of it, the exposure. So many of them are traveling for the first time out of the country, which is massive. And I just love the fact that MBBF could actually sponsor these lads down there without having so much issues about finance. We know the way our sport is these days, and they were able to get sponsorship as well on time. And I love the figures that have been churned out. If the first game they lost by just 9 points, 77-86, and they went on, they trashed the hosts.
Demolished
the hosts, and which is fantastic. And if they keep that on against Angola, they might come out with a positive result.
That's
right.
And
they have Algeria coming as well. But the experience is what matters, Austin. The last time we were at this stage of this competition, we actually came 5th. That was in 2015. So this time around, I'm very hopeful, especially with the fact that these are young lads who are just making their international, exposure and experience. And the sky is the limit, Austin.
I agree. And at the grassroots, I keep telling you, it's delicate. There's so much to learn. The coaches will learn. The federation will learn, because they will assess these players and see the future in them. So don't just go to the competition, they lose under 16. We don't mind. We don't send them when the Tigers are getting ready to go to the World Cup. Don't do that. And that's the coach there. The coach said, look, after they destroyed Cape Verde, the coach said, Femi, don't get carried away. Keep getting better. Beat Angola tonight, you go to the quarterfinals.
Yeah, I think what the NBBF has done is really laudable, considering the fact that the last time we featured in this competition was 2015, and then it's high time we start looking at players that can replace the likes of Olumide Oyedeji, Ufon Udoka, and the like. So I think this is highly laudable. Quite unfortunate, they lost against Egypt. They came back stronger against Cape Verde. Angola, yes, we know what they're capable of doing when it comes to basketball in Africa. Angola is a force to be reckoned with. But then we believe in these boys. We know what they can do. We know what they've already brought to the table. And then we are hoping that something good happens against Angola.
And that's why those legends that Femi mentioned, Olumide Oyedeji, Ufon Udoka, they are going back to the grassroots. They want to discover more talent. Olumide is busy with his clinic. Ufon Udoka came back to the country to say, look, I need to give back to the society, because they understand that that is where to go to when you want to correct anything that has gone wrong. You go to the grassroots, you go to the schools. Joseph mentioned that It's the under 16 levels. Most of them are still in school,
Yeah.
and it's beautiful. So it reminds us again as a country that sports and education can work. Yeah, I would just need to find a way to get it going. So all the best to Nigeria's under 16 basketball team right there at the FIBA African Basketball Championships in Cape Verde. They will take on Angola. They should be getting ready for that one now. We'll be monitoring it. I'll give you updates right here on the program. Let's play some badminton now. The Lagos State Badminton Association, they say they are ready to host the world. They are getting ready for the 5th edition of the Lagos International Badminton Classics. We've been talking about badminton for some time now. It will be good to see Lagos jump into all of the efforts of the Federation. The competition will take place at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall at the Teslim Balogun Stadium, Surulere, Lagos, from Wednesday the 24th to Saturday the 27th of July 2019. The competition, the Lagos International Badminton Classics, remains the highest ranked badminton championship in Africa. Should I tell you that again? Should I? The competition, the Lagos International Badminton Classics, is the highest ranked badminton championship in Africa. Joseph, it has a prize money set at 25,000 US dollars. That's about 34, and a total of 34 countries, including Nigeria, have registered for the competition. I had to read that again because the moment you hear that it is the highest ranked badminton championship, it means we must give it world-class hosting.
Absolutely. You know, I just love the fact that we are hosting competition. This is the second we are hosting. You know, we've hosted wrestling in Port Harcourt, and I just love this surge of activity.
We did the African Badminton Championship.
Yeah, we did. That's what I'm saying. It's the second that we are hosting. I just love the surge of, you know, of our activities. It gives us an opportunity to throw our homegrown talent out there, give them a platform to actually showcase, you know, their talent. Because you're bringing the whole Africa down. I mean, it's African standard, and which is not too far from the world standard. So the likes of Okpeyorin will have the opportunity to compete once again, you know, for laurels, and there are others that are also coming up without having to, you know, talk of flight tickets all over. So it's homegrown, and it's a laudable project, and I just hope that our guys will take advantage of this opportunity and once again excel and show how good they are on the continent.
It'll be good. It'll be good to get that needed exposure, to gather ranking points, and of course, the Federation, that's one that concerns me, should be able to use it to assess the level of the development of badminton in the country. Some of the countries that have already, you know, registered and have confirmed their participation include Israel, Spain, Vietnam, Malaysia, Russia, Azerbaijan, Austria, Canada, Hungary, Belgium, Poland, Turkey, Czech Republic, Italy, India, Portugal, Iceland, Switzerland, the United States of America, New Zealand, Australia, Slovakia, Egypt, Ghana, Togo, Wales, Myanmar, Sri Lanka, Iran, Uganda, Pakistan, Germany, and Thailand. Femi, the countries that have said they are coming, they are bringing top badminton players to Nigeria. Lagos must be ready to host.
Apart from badminton that these players are coming to play in Nigeria, they will also come to visit some tourist centers, and that will boost our tourism. It's a good one. It shows that we have established the fact that we are beginning to shift focus from football to other sports. You know, we talk about basketball, now it's badminton, and 25,000 US dollars is like about 9 million naira. That is cool cash. And again, like Joseph said, it's homegrown. It will make us discover homegrown talent that we can export to the world in competitions like Olympic and all African Games.
So when Anu Okpeyori comes out as, Nigeria's #1, I can play, he will play people from Spain, play people from USA. Docas Adesha can also have another opportunity to confirm her superiority as the #1 ranked African badminton player. The chairman of the Lagos State Badminton Association, Onome Obrute, he has confirmed that the government of Lagos State have made all arrangements to ensure a successful organization of the classics. He also disclosed that the host Lagos State have many dependable players who will do the country proud at the competition. We're looking forward to that one. We're counting down the date again, just in case you missed it. It's going to serve off on Wednesday, the 24th of July, and run through Saturday, the 27th, right there at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall at the Teslim Balogun Stadium. It's the best of badminton. If you love the sport, you should go out there to check it out. Let's go to Egypt, talk about the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. It's the 32nd edition Gracious goodness, we've seen drama, we've seen upsets, we've seen the best of African football, and we will get to see more when the quarter-final action will kick off tomorrow right there in Egypt. Senegal and Benin Republic, they will get us going, while Nigeria and South Africa, they'll put fire on the already action that would have gone down between Senegal and Benin Republic. Femi, yeah, but I don't know what you are expecting, but I know that from the quarterfinals, you're not far from the final, so everybody will bring their A game.
Yeah, any team that has made it to the quarterfinals is capable of winning the competition. That is what it means. And as for Coach Genotro, he's come out to play mind games, and I like that. He doesn't want to get overconfident. He doesn't want to get complacent. He's got his formula and formation ready. And Philas have it that he's going to use 3-5-2 formation against the 4-4-2 that we know. But one thing Genotro has got to understand is the fact that we cannot match the South Africans pace for pace. They are very, very pacey. They make use of the wings. And again, one thing is common with South Africans. They get you on the counter. They wait for you, try to soak a pressure from you, and then get you on the counter. So Genotro should be wary of this. Try to use players that are not too fast. Now, we don't need the Samuel Carlos of this world or even Samuel Chukwueze to start. They can come in during the course of the game. We need players like John Obi-Mikel in this type of game so that he can slow the pace of the game. The truth is we cannot match them pace for pace. They are fast, but then if we get our heart right, we can't beat South Africa come tomorrow.
I'll just pause on the Super Eagles because I know if I let you guys, we're just going to talk about that till the end of the show. Let's go back to Benin Republic versus Senegal. Joseph, are you part of those that will now look at that fixture and say, oh, Senegal will win?
I won't say that, certainly. And at this stage, you can't write off anything. I mean, when you consider the way Benin, were able to survive Morocco with all the onslaughts and firepower, you've got to cut them some slack. I mean, it's not easy to... They could easily... I mean, Morocco, to me, was just the favorite to win this competition. And they did so well surviving them, and even if it's through penalties. So against Senegal, I really don't see the fixture as a straightforward fixture. The Senegalese are a solid side. You must give them, that respect. A very, very solid side. They're well built. And they are very, very ambitious. Sadio said that much when he said that he's ready to trade his Champions League medal for the AFCON, championship. It shows that they really attach a lot to the game, to AFCON itself. And they've not won. This is a team that has played in about 18 AFCONs. They've not really, won it before, and they just can't wait to do it. It's going to be an explosive encounter, really. It's going to be an explosive encounter. But I still feel that Senegal has a lot of quality, and they just might edge it, no matter how 1-0 it is. But it's going to be very tight. Yeah. I just feel strongly in my guts that the fairy tale of Benin Republic would come to an end.
I know. Let's see. I'm sure football is...
You can't, of course, you can't write them off.
Football is laughing at the moment. Okay, you think Madagascar, they are the quarterfinals. They're ranked 108th in the world. Madagascar, they are debutants at the Africa Cup of Nations. Egypt is out. Cameroon is out. Morocco is out. Madagascar
is in.
What a story we're getting at the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations. So quarterfinal action tomorrow. It's not just the football. The video assistant referee will also be introduced. Femi, look, a lot of persons have different feelings about the video assistant referee. But take it or leave it, it has come to stay.
Yeah, it has come to complement referees. But the truth is Africa ready for this? Remember, we could not manage the VAR at the CAF Champions League final. Till today, we still do not know,
it was a mess.
So, and again, this is the first time I'm seeing a situation whereby VAR is introduced, when the game is nearing an end. For me, it should have, been introduced in the beginning of the tournament. But be that as it may, we hope and pray that our referees, African referees, are able to manage the drama that will come with it. And also, the players too should be ready for the drama that will come with VAR. Because that's the truth. That's the truth.
You are in for drama now. You have to change the way you approach set piece, corner kicks. The way you exactly, because
watch the lines too.
Watch the lines, and there's a lot attached to it. And Ghana really, paid dearly for the absence of VAR.
Not just Ghana, even Senegal. Senegal in their first match.
It's the human angle, guys. Let's leave it. Let's go on this break. When we come back, there's still so much to talk about. We'll check out that press conference heralding the match between Nigeria and South Africa, and go to Cairo to see if Lofty-Wada is ready to talk to us. That's when we return. Don't go anywhere. Stay.